Hey everyone, Deep here. In this video, we are going to talk about Microsoft Access. This is a Microsoft Access tutorial. So watch the video till the end and do not skip the video. If you skip the video and watch, you will miss a lot of things and you won't be able to learn anything. So don't skip the video, and also don't forget to like and subscribe this channel, and also enjoy the content. So first thing that we need to do here is open Microsoft Access. So after opening Microsoft Access, you will get this kind of an interface. So you can select from the online templates over here. Because this is 2007 version, you won't be getting all the online templates available because Microsoft has stopped the support for the 2007 version. So I'm going to take the blank database option, and you can see the database name has been given as database 10. So I'm going to change it to let's say information. This is going to be my name of the database. So this is the path, so I'm going to change the path over here. You can change the path. So I'm going to give it as desktop, and I'm going to save it as Microsoft 2007 Microsoft Office 2007 Access database. So in this particular file type, I'm going to save it and click OK. And after that, I am going to click on create. And after I click on create, you can see the database has been created over here. Now the next step that we need to do over here is click on this particular data sheet tab, which is under table tools, and go to the views. And after going to views, we have to click on design view at the moment. So after clicking on design view, you have to give the table name. So I'm giving the table name as let's say sheet 1 underscore. We have to use underscore sheet 1. So don't skip the video, you will miss a lot of things if you skip. So here I'm going to create all the column names, that is the field names, and I will be right back. Okay, so the field names has been given. You can see the name, that is the field name, and the data type is text. Class, the data type is number, and section, the data type is again text. And after that, I'm going to click on view, go to data sheet view, and it says me that you must first save the table. Do you want to save the table now? I will click yes, and after clicking yes, you will get this kind of a window. Now we can enter data from this particular view, or what we are going to do over here is go to create, and after that we are going to click on form, and I have created a form of this particular table. So on this particular sheet underscore 1 form, I will be right clicking and then going to form view. And after that, I'm going to enter data from here. So I will be entering 5 datas, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can enter data in this particular view, that is the form view. I don't want to skip this particular portion. So you can see my name at the moment. This is highlighted. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a name over here and then press enter. Give the class, let's say 9. And I'm going to give this section and press enter. So this is how you can do data entry. So right click on this particular tab and click on save. So I'm going to save it as sheet 1 underscore form, and after that I'm going to click OK. And after that I'm going to go to the table. So you can see no data has been entered in this particular table. So what we are going to do over here is go to refresh all, and refresh all, and you can see all the data has been updated into my table. So this is how you can do data entry inside Microsoft Access. Now the next thing that we are going to learn over here is create report on this particular database, that is this particular table. So inside this particular database, we have this particular table. Now we are going to click on report, and after that you can see the report view over here. So you can see 2 times 6 has been repeated. So I'm going to delete the last one and keep it like this. So you can see this particular line over here. This particular line indicates that you have the limit of the A4 size page till here. You can get the date and also the time at which you are printing. So I'm going to go to this particular format tab, and I'm going to click on view, and after that you can switch to report view as well, like this. So after switching to report view, you can certainly check for the printing options. I'm going to go to the office button, and after that going to print preview, and after that you can see that this is my print preview at the moment. So this is a very simple print preview. This is a very simple print preview. So from here I'm going to take size. So I'm going to select the size as A4 from this particular option, A4, and after that I'm going to close the print preview, and then we have to right click on this form and go to the report view, and we have to go to the design view again. So from this view you can design your form particularly. So this is sheet 1, this is the logo. You can also give the logo. Let's say I'm giving my channel logo at the moment. So I'm going to access my channel logo, which is inside this folder as far as I remember. Let's see. Again, don't skip the videos because if you skip you won't be able to learn anything. So I'm going to give this particular logo Instagram logo, and I will click OK, and I can also resize this particular logo over here, or I can move it anywhere I want. And I can also give the sheet name or the report. Let's say report sheet _1 _ report, and after that I can also adjust this column headings as well. You can adjust it. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to click on this option and I will choose the background, the text color from this particular option. So I'm going to give the text color. You can also use the more color option from here. You can see the more color option. So I'm going to give some blue colors over here, and this one as well. I'm going to give any color. So let's say again red, and I can also choose the background colors as well. So from here you can choose the background color or any color you want. So this is how you can change it as well. So I am going to do this particular option, that is I'm going to apply some bold text, that is Arial black. So let's give Arial black over here, and these are the few things that you can change over here. So again I'm going to go to view and then go to report view, and you can see that I have already changed everything over here, this particular section. So after clicking on this, I'm going to bring this one a bit down or move it over here, the screen recorder. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do over here is right click on this particular option, that is the particular tab. This is the report tab, and go to the layout view, and you can see I can select all the columns at once over here. So from this option I'm going to change everything at once, so I can do that as well. I'm going to go to format, and after that I'm going to select a design for this particular table. So let's say this particular table will have this kind of a design. So you can apply any kind of design from here like this, you can see. So this is the particular option that we are going to focus at the moment, and I'm going to do it bold, all of these. So how to select all of these at once? You have to press the shift button, and you have to select, and you can see everything has been selected at once, or press the shift button again and you can select it. So I'm making it bold. This one will be bold as well. So this is how you can do it. Now the next thing that we are going to do over here, now we are going to check the print preview, and let's see what happens in the print preview. And you can see that it looks much more professional, this table from this particular database, that is the information database. It's coming beautifully at the moment. So the next thing that we are going to do over here is going back to the sheet 1 and going to create, and after that we are going to do a small query wizard. So query wizard is really interesting in this particular Microsoft Access tutorial. So I'm going to take simple query wizard and click OK, and I'm going to do a query on name. Click on this greater than sign, and section, click on this greater than sign, and after that I'm going to click on next, and after that open query to view information and finish. And after that you can see I have done query on 2 fields, that is name and section. So this is how you can do query, a simple query. Okay. Now the next thing that we are going to learn over here is the query design. So query design, you have to click on query design, which is inside the create tab, and you have to select your table. I have only one table in this particular database, that is sheet 1, and I'm going to add this one and close this window. I'm going to stretch this, and I'm going to do a query on name. So I'm going to select name, or I can select from this particular drop down. I'm going to take name, and after that I can give the criteria at the moment. So here we are going to use the like query, like. I'm going to give this kind of a query, double quotation. Inside double quotation I'm going to write asterisk A. So I am giving the condition that the persons or the students whose name ends with A will be displayed. So after giving this query I will click. So only Geeta has the name, such kind of a name which ends with A. And after that I'm going to right click on this and again go to design view, and I'm going to click on this again, and now I'm going to change the query to A asterisk, that is starting with A. Okay, A asterisk starting with A. So run. So you can see Anish and Avik, these are the two students I have whose name starts with A. So this was another method. So the next method that we are going to do over here is go to design view and again select on this field, and I'm going to do it on class. So I'm going to do it on class like this, but first I have to check. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 9 again repeated. So what we are going to do over here is create a query where it is greater than 6. So click on this and I'm going to give greater than 6, and after that we have to go to the design tab and then have to check click on this run option. But before doing this we have to also see that I have given like A. So A asterisk, that means the students whose name starts with A will be displayed, along with he or she has to have a class greater than 6. So this is the condition we are giving. So run. So let's see. Okay, Avik has this kind of a criteria which is fulfilling. Avik has a name which starts from the letter A or with the letter A, and he is reading in class 7. So let's see what we can do else. So if I give S and run, let's see what happens. So Suho is another student who is reading in class 8 and has a name which is starting with the letter S. So this is how you can do query on conditions. Please don't skip the video. Always see the videos till the end, because if you don't see the videos till the end, you won't be able to learn anything. I always repeat this. So the next thing that we are going to do over here is go to external data, and we are going to bring some data from Excel from the import group. Click on Excel. So after coming to this, import the source data into a new table in the current database. So we are going to create a new table inside this current database. Now I'm going to click on browse, and after that I'm going to take any kind of data, let's say this one, and click open. And after that we have to click OK, and it says show worksheet. Okay, so these are the functions that we have in this Excel worksheet: sum if, average if, sum ifs, average ifs and average ifs. Okay, so these are the functions we have inside this particular table. So I'm going to click on next, and after that it tells me first row contains column headings. Okay, I will take that. And after that it's telling me the field name is country name, the data type is text, and indexed is no. So what you are going to do here is just click on next, and after that let access add a primary key. I will let access add a primary key because in this particular Excel sheet I don't have any kind of field which can be a primary key. So Excel access will automatically add a ID field, and I will click on next. And after that import to table SUMIF. The table name will be SUMIF, so I am giving the name country and finish. And after that you can save import steps. I won't be doing that. I will closing it. So you can see the table has arrived, and you can see the Excel data has been successfully transmitted into my Access database. Inside this information database I am getting this particular table.